It's Aran and Robin's As of Yet Unnamed Podcast, episode 110, One from the Vaults.
Here they come, Robin and Aran. Here they come, Aran and Robin. Here they come, Robin and Aran, talking about anything, talking about absolutely nothing.
You alright, babes? I'm Robin, and I don't care that we didn't do our normal introductions last week.
And I'm Aran, and I didn't realize we'd skipped our introductions last time until I started writing this episode.
This week, we're doing things a little bit differently. After looking back at this whole season, it occurred to us that we've covered a lot of topics.
We said so many things.
But there's also quite a bit we needed to set aside or change to keep the podcast going each week. So for this episode, we just want to revisit some of our older episodes and bring you with us on a trip down memory lane, with some best of segments and some segment salvage from the cutting room floor.
We may even trot out and talk about the oh-so-enigmatic,
What did you just call me?
oh-so-mysterious Season 0, The Lost Season, trademark. Those episodes were recently unearthed and given a new coat of sonic polish and uploaded to our official Discord.
We can't recommend those episodes as they're hella rough, but diehards may still find them interesting. But for now,
Off we go, back again, to the beginning.
oh god, why do we end up outside?
Because this is where the beginning is. Episode 101, Duck Walking Children in Nature. We went out to Central Park to record.
Right, until it got too crowded and noisy because we were recording on Easter Sunday. We had a skit you were supposed to do while we were here that ended up becoming the Scariest Story skit.
We've actually had a couple of skits and segments planned that we just couldn't or didn't follow through on for some reason or another.
Roll the tapes!
Gonna get a pretzel from the pretzel cart. We're walking away from strawberry fields so I can get a break from the Beatles. Pretzel. The hell? Is that a mannequin in the bushes? Oh my god, that'd be amazing to put in the apartment. Just have a mannequin standing there. We dress it up and do all those things. Oh my god. Gotta see you. Wait. So that's a body. Fuck, do I call somebody? Oh, you are in the worst position for a corpse to be in. I gotta do something here. Not trying to have you end up like that guy on the train a few months back. God, that was awful. Move this there and okay, that's better. I should probably go get some help, but also I really want that fucking pretzel. Okay, relax. What did Robin tell you when we first moved to New York? Right. Key to success: it's minding my own goddamn business. Pretzel time. Gonna get a pretzel from the pretzel cart. Coming this fall to Food Network, Gordon Ramsay is back. And this time, he's closer than you think.
Hello? Who is it?
Open up, you absolute fucking donut. It's Gordon Ramsay.
Oh my god, what are you doing in my house?
Real people. And all of a sudden, Gordon Ramsay's in my fucking kitchen, throwing away all the groceries out of my fridge. Real home cooking. What the fuck is that doing in there?
I cook the chimichangas for 1 minute before they fry. They taste really, really, really good.
Oh my god, it's raw! Real steaks. Dude, I live here. You live here like a pig! Ramsay's Home Invasions. Tuesdays this fall, only on Food Network.
We heard your feedback. You all think there should be more music in the series. Alright, literally nobody but the voice in my head says that. But still, here's a medley of songs from the Rocky Horror Show for your enjoyment. Michael Rennie was ill the day the earth stood still, but he told us where we stand. And Flash Gordon was there in silver underwear. Claude Rains was the invisible man. Then something went wrong for Fay Ray and King Kong. They got caught in a celluloid jam. Then at a deadly pace it came from outer space, and this is how the message ran. Science fiction, double feature, Dr. X will build a creature. See androids fighting Brad and Janet, and Francis stars in Forbidden Planet. Whoa, at the late night double feature picture show.
How do you do? I see you've met my faithful handyman. He's just a little brought down because when you knocked, he thought you were the candy man. Don't get strung out by the way I look. Don't judge a book by its cover. I'm not much of a man by the light of day, but by night I'm one hell of a lover. I'm just a sweet transvestite, from transsexual Transylvania.
Once in a while, she don't wanna call you. Speaking on the telephone. And once in your life, she won't wanna know you. You look around, the one you found, she is gone.
Then if anything grows while you pose, I'll oil you up and rub you down. And that's just one small fraction of the main attraction. You need a friendly hand, and I need action. Touch it, touch it, touch it, touch me. I wanna be dirty. Chill me, fulfill me. Preacher of the night.
The sweeter the wine, the harder to make the break. You hear something about someone you thought you'd know.
And crawling on the planet's face, some insects called the human race, lost in time and lost in space and meaning.
Science fiction, double feature. Frank has built and lost his creature. Darkness has conquered Brad and Janet, the servants gone to a distant planet. Oh, 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 oh. At the late night double feature picture show, I wanna go. Oh, 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 oh. To the late night double feature picture show. Speaking of music, we have desperately wanted our friend and music superstar,
Our superstar, anyway.
to join us for a full talkback segment.
So for now, we're going to have a little discussion with them about musical theater.
Intro time, my love.
Hi, I'm Carlee, and I broke my arm trying to get peanut butter when I was 3 years old off of the table.
In the episode, we talked in the beginning about our own experiences doing musical theater. Have you done musical theater?
I never got to. In high school, we had theater, but we never did musicals. And you had to be in the theater class, and I was always in choir.
Yeah.
I couldn't have more than 2 electives. It was art and choir.
That makes sense to me, and those are two things I think that really, form who you are so much. It's the voice and the drawing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I always had to have those 2.
But no theater, but you watched a lot. I know that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I was literally one of the first things I remember watching was the pro shot of Cats.
Mm-hmm. It's so cool.
And
so many theater kids.
Oh yeah, that was my, like, I would put that on when I was sick at home and drink my chicken noodle soup and watch Cats, like,
yeah, I
all
still
the time.
don't like it, and I've never liked it. But
I love that fucking pro shot. It is
I get it. It's ridiculous, and it is perfect for a kid who, why are they so horny, Carlee? Why are they so horny?
I didn't realize that they were horny until I showed it. I showed it to my 2 best friends, and they're laughing. They're laughing so hard. And I was, like, in tears, because I'm like, this is one of my favorite things ever.
Yeah, but also, no.
And no, I get it now.
They're so horny. No, and you watch Joseph. I know that.
Well, yeah, that too. My mom loves Donny Osmond.
Yeah, every mother of a certain age. I like Joseph a lot. I really do.
And
it has nothing at all to do with the story or any of that.
No.
It's just there's something
There's
about
a lot of good
this.
songs.
Yeah, a lot of fun, even if it's not high art.
That's one of the better Andrew Lloyd Webber Jesus themes.
Yeah. You don't like Jesus Christ Superstar?
I like parts of Jesus Christ Superstar. Of course, I love Judas.
Yes.
What else? Yeah, and I didn't see Phantom, I think, until the movie. But I knew the music.
Yeah, no, I knew of Phantom, and then I saw the film, and I was like, this is really good. And then I saw the stage, like, oh, that movie's really bad.
I saw the Vegas version that was, like, short, but also very dramatic.
Me too. I didn't know anyone else who had seen the Vegas Spectacular, so let's talk about that for a second. That chandelier is bonkers.
That was crazy. And we weren't far from it.
It's in pieces around the theater, and it's huge, and it like comes together like 3 UFOs above you. It's crazy. I loved that, and I didn't mind the slightly abridged score either. Like all the songs were there, just a little bit shorter. Good.
Yeah. Our lead wasn't the best, but I didn't care. It was really cool. Other than that,
I took my grandmother to that, who is not a musical theater girly in any way, shape, or form. But even she left going, wow, that was a lot. I'm like, yeah, that's a lot. It's a spectacle. It was called that, wasn't it? Like the Las Vegas Spectacular. Phantom, the Las Vegas.
I feel like having the score be a little bit shorter in places actually makes it more of like a very accessible spectacle kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because whatever stuff sometimes overstays its welcome.
What was it, like an hour and 45, not 3?
I think so.
That's
something like that.
Like, it didn't have a freaking intermission.
No, there was no intermission, which also mean they had to change like some of the story beats, like where the chandelier fall happens and all that stuff.
Yeah. But some of that stuff is really long.
If you remember, like, it falls, and you feel that whoosh of air as this giant thing comes plummeting down, and then it just bounces back up.
It was crazy.
So,
like,
wild.
Yeah.
No, I saw Sierra Bottles. It's my...
Of course! I love her so much.
Oh my god, what a voice.
Her voice is beautiful. That's the only reason to listen to the Little Mermaid soundtrack.
Truly, God, what a show that didn't work at all.
They tried so hard.
They did, but I can't get down with Little Mermaid on Heelys. It just doesn't work.
Yeah. Did you see, like, I think it was the Japanese version? They had her on a wire the whole time.
Yeah.
But she was...
Also crazy.
Yeah.
I just don't think Little Mermaid needs to be a stage show. I just don't think that works. It doesn't.
They try so hard with that one.
You know what I mean? But it absolutely does not.
Yeah.
As a Broadway style production.
People keep trying because it came out so close to Beauty and the Beast, which is
it has a very musical theater score. Alan Menken.
Of course, Alan Menken and Howard Ashman.
But
Beauty and the Beast works so much better as a musical.
I think Beauty and the Beast is the Disney piece of theater for me.
That's my favorite musical.
Too, but yeah,
that's my favorite musical.
That's fair. That's a really good choice.
We see it every time it's here. Ever since it came out.
I'm really hoping for a revival at some point. We talked a bit about the Lion King musical and how much I like that. And
I love the Lion King
puppetry
musical.
in that is so good, and that score is beautiful.
Yes,
truly,
it's my favorite Disney score. I think
that's a really good choice.
That's just no competing there. Honestly,
and for me, I really still love Mary Poppins, and the stage show was so good. I love Mary Poppins.
I never got to see it.
It's another show I would like to have revived on Broadway.
Yeah.
The London revival is still doing well, so it'd be nice to come back here too. But it probably won't because, well, why? You know, as a London revival, that makes a lot of sense. But maybe not.
I've been listening so much to Merrily We Go Along.
Mm-hmm. We love Merrily.
So good. I love Daniel's voice.
That Pro Shot is coming out, I think, this winter. I'm so excited.
Ooh, good. We need more Pro Shots. Please.
We do. But I had such a good time at that show.
Oh, I bet.
I saw it from the back row of the of the mezzanine, but that's live.
So you didn't get any Josh sauce?
No.
Groff sauce, whatever?
God. I've never been close enough. That's not true. I was on stage for Spring Awakening way back in the day. But he's not Bobby Darin. Like, I don't know what he's doing.
That's right. That's what he's doing right now.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
He doesn't have that
fun.
voice.
You know what I mean? And it looks like a lot of fun, but under no circumstances. Right. He was doing an interview with, I don't remember, one of the late night guys. And they were like, well, what do you think Bobby Darin would think of you playing him? If he saw you, like, who's this faggot? Like, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. That's what he'd think.
Probably. Yeah.
That's
oh my gosh.
Oh, what other shows do you like, Carlee? We love Sondheim. We've established that. Like,
Into the Woods.
Yeah.
The Into the Woods Pro Shot was like another one, just like Cats, that I would watch constantly.
Over and over and over.
Like, The Baker's Wife and also The Baker are like my dream roles.
See, Baker's Wife is also a dream role for me because, like, it's not right for me, unfortunately.
Well, I also want to be the witch and the narrator. Oh my god, that whole play.
There's not a bad character in that.
No.
What else? I love Sweeney
Todd. Yeah. That's so funny.
That Pro Shot 2.
Oh yeah.
Is so good. Because Angela Lansbury is so good.
She's so perfect because she's so unassuming. You're just like, oh, this sweet little lady. No.
I think she's the best at doing that particular take. I really love it. You know, where she's unassumingly an evil, evil woman.
Yes.
I mean, you wouldn't believe it until the end.
She's like, I never said she wasn't alive.
Right. I haven't been manipulating you this whole time, teehee.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Most justified crash out when he shoves her into the oven.
Oh yeah. No, I love the character of Sweeney Todd so much because it's just like this poor man.
Which is why.
This poor fucking man.
Why I hated the latest revival. I love me some Josh Groban. What a singer. But
yeah, of course.
Absolutely fucking not.
Yeah.
No. And Sutton Foster?
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's right.
I love Sutton too, but no. They
not like that.
her in things that are not right for her. And that's
she's not right for that at all.
Really was the stuntiest of stunts.
Yeah. Well, they had her as Marion in, The Music Man.
Yeah.
Like, no.
She's so annoying.
She was really good when I saw her in Once Upon a Mattress, though.
Perfect.
Yeah, see, that's who you cast her as. That's the right.
Yeah.
The Carol Burnett role. That's who you give her.
She's a brat. She's got that annoying voice.
And it works
a little baby.
That's amazing, but...
And she's a hell of a singer, and I think a really good actress.
Yeah.
I just think that...
Oh, yeah.
But
I loved her younger.
Yeah, exactly. That. But they lowered the role when she was in Music Man for her, and I'm like, well, why? Just get someone who can sing the score. I don't understand.
That's a soprano part.
It is, and there's nothing, no shade to an alto. I love an alto because I love you.
Hello.
But that is a traditional soprano role and needs to remain so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the score just sounds weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what certain producers have been on about these past few seasons on the choices they make.
I could answer that for you because...
Well, it's because they want to sell tickets.
Right, because it's harder to make money on Broadway now after COVID, especially.
Yeah.
And they have to fill the seats, and they're not. Even with tremendous stunt casting, it is hard to keep a show afloat now. And yeah.
A lot of good originals.
Because people aren't spending the money on it.
Lasting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You need name recognition in some way or another, or it's impossible to keep it afloat.
Yeah. Which is so it's not what theater should be about it.
It's a business.
Yeah. Yeah.
We talk a little bit of
Tale as old as time.
What else? I still don't like Lloyd Webber. I'm going to be honest, I don't. I like the new Sunset
I'm not a fan.
A lot.
I haven't listened to it.
You should. Nicole is phenomenal. I'm not going to pretend she's not. I don't agree with a lot of her, I would say her political stance. I'm not going that far.
Yeah.
But,
let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, but I don't agree with her not making a stronger statement than she has in support of, everyone.
Yeah.
Considering, what she's been doing on Instagram and stuff.
Yeah.
But her voice is tremendous, and what she does with Norma Desmond.
It is.
Beyond.
I bet.
And I wouldn't have thought, you know what I mean? That surprised me. It really did, because why does she need a voice like that? For what?
Yeah.
We're recording this episode, the original episode was before the Tonys.
Yep.
Now we have gone past the last two awards and her live performance.
I didn't even watch the Tonys.
I can watch them. Oh my gosh.
Nicole was excellent. Audra was excellent.
Yes, she was.
Some great winners this season.
Yeah, and Cola Scola. Best actor play.
Best actor to play, because obviously, why wouldn't they be George Clooney and Daniel Day Kim in that category?
Oh, right.
Insane.
That's right.
Little non-binary demon twink out here beating George Clooney and shit. Like, hello?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is. And
that's awesome.
Good for them. Mazel tov.
Oh, yeah.
And that play is very, very, very fucking funny. Well, Mary is so good.
You need to see it before it closes. She's going in after Pirates closes.
Mary Lincoln, right?
Yeah, Mary Todd Lincoln. As a burnt-out cabaret star.
Oh my god.
Because the whole premise of the play is, what if Abe Lincoln's assassination wasn't really that bad for Mary Todd Lincoln? It's a stupid premise. It's not about Mary Todd Lincoln at all. It's about Cola Scola, and it is about, their life as a cabaret star, just very loosely pretending it's about Mary Todd Lincoln, which makes it funnier somehow.
Nice.
But this was a long project for them. They had been thinking about this story for like 15 years and wouldn't write it because, they were scared to death that it wouldn't be any good. Turns out, Tony Award winning good. So
that's why you just gotta do things sometimes.
Absolutely. It's why we do this.
Try.
It's about doing a creative thing, whether or not it will ever see any sort of recognition.
I say as I have so many drawings and things that I don't freaking post anywhere.
You should. There's a new
I don't
space
have anywhere
on
that I
the
post
Discord for
covers.
this. That's just for collaborators to post things.
That's true.
That's what it's
Our shiny
for.
new Discord server with shiny new channel.
Yeah, pardon us.
Yeah.
Stuff.
It's so hard not to second guess yourself when it's just an idea in your head or like
Absolutely.
something that you're only seeing. It's
Absolutely.
like, is this good? Is this good or is this garbage?
I don't see why it has to be one or the other.
Yeah.
Sometimes garbage is good.
Honestly,
See
yes.
also our John Waters episode.
Right. Sometimes garbage is a gem.
Yeah.
Like now, to bring it back to musical theater, how do you guys feel about Hairspray versus the movie?
See, okay.
Like from the original
We didn't
movie.
really talk about that much in the John Waters episode, but I really prefer the stage show to the film, the original film.
Yeah.
I do. And there's nothing wrong with the original film. I like it a lot.
There's more heart.
There is. There's a lot more heart. I don't know. I think the story just works better as a stage musical. Who'd have thought?
Oh yeah.
Certainly not John. But it certainly did. This made him a lot of money.
Oh yeah. Well, it's
Made it the
so
most money that anything
relatable.
he's done, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's the musical.
It's the most marketable.
Yeah, and it's been out there produced in a bunch of different languages and a bunch of different countries, and every time someone licenses
Yeah.
the show, John gets a kickback. Hot damn.
Of course.
It's something he wrote, and then they adapted. Amazing. Yeah, that's the gig.
Yeah. I do miss the roach dress though.
I do miss the roach dress. That is a bit of a
That dress is iconic. Yeah. And Ricky Lake was such like an icon for me as a child, as a fat child.
Oh yeah. I love Ricky.
I was just like,
anyway. I used to watch
adore
it
her.
too, because I
Oh, of course.
that girl.
Of course.
But no, I love her.
But I also like watched Crybaby at like, a very young
I
age.
don't like Crybaby very much.
Crybaby's not the best.
No. And the stage show
But it
wasn't
is fun.
either, really. And it's a
That's
shame.
one that probably didn't need to be a stage show based on.
Well, no, but they were like, this was a success.
Right.
Yeah.
Once we do
Can
it
we
again.
do it again? And the answer was sort of.
Confederates?
Yeah, Confederates.
Watched that movie with John recently and he's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's a John Waters film. It's a pretty normal John Waters film for what it's worth.
Right?
There are some
Like,
way
that's-
weirder ones. You should watch them. They are abhorrent, but that's the best.
Yeah.
Speaking of differences between the stage shows and the movies, we recently went and saw again Cabaret on
Mhm.
Broadway with Orville.
Oh yeah.
What's
How was Cabaret?
So I've seen Cabaret 3 times. You've seen it just
I've
twice.
seen it
yet.
twice now.
Yeah, I saw Eddie Redmayne, and no thank you.
Yeah, that's
And
general consensus on Eddie Redmayne.
yeah, and Gail Rankin was the Sally Bowles, and I found them both abrasive and off-putting, which I know is what they were trying to do and what they were directed to.
Yeah.
But it didn't work for me. And then we saw Marsha, you and I, Aaron, from Drag Race, who was the understudy,
Mm-hmm.
and that was good. But no, Orville
Yeah.
and Ava Noblezada are the current,
Oh,
and they are both transcendent. And
I
they
love
kind
Ava
of do
so
the
much.
opposite of everything. Like Orville is mean and burly
Ooh.
and sort of domineering.
Kind of vicious in a lot of cases.
Yeah, and I really enjoyed that take
Interesting.
from the MC because he looks like rough trade. You know what I mean? And that makes a kind of sense.
Yeah.
But Ava's
Yeah.
Sally is, because she's so small, she's a tiny, tiny woman.
Yeah.
And she's very demure up until the end when she loses her mind. And
Demure to the point of being utterly juvenile so much of the
Yeah.
time. More so than I think the role even calls for is written. She's just extra
Yeah.
childish.
but no, we liked it a lot. I don't like this production of Cabaret that much. Like, I'm still a Alan Cumming, 1999
Fair.
production person. But I will say with
Alan Cumming.
such a man.
Oh yeah. Beautiful. Yes.
But this production has its shining bits. I just think that it tries to give the wrong message in the end, in a way.
Interesting.
Like, the ending of this show, they all end up in these, like, khaki suits. And it's, like, about homogeny and about the loss of freedom of expression and all those things. Which, yes, Cabaret is about that. But it's about a lot more than that.
Yeah, especially in this day and age.
That.
Which I think is something we really like about Orville's performance is that there were no punches pulled.
No, like, if you could see her, the monkey song.
Yeah.
He gives no quarter for you to laugh at that. At all. None. Zero.
I know Adam, like, yelled and...
He did.
Right? Was like, don't
Yeah, because there was room for someone to be a bad actor in that situation, the audience being a bad actor.
Yeah.
But there's no quarter for that with Orville. He's threatening the entire time. While doing the monkey shines. Don't get me wrong, like, he's playing up the comedy of it, but under no circumstances does he let you think for a second it's a joke. And I think that was...
He's got such a deep, growly voice, too. Like...
No, it worked for me.
Yeah.
We were so close.
Oh, I
We were in
bet.
the second row of the back balcony, which they built for the thing, for this production. It's in the round.
Best seats in the house.
In the round?
Yeah.
That's where I saw Godspell.
Yeah, at Circle in the Square. I also saw that production.
You did?
I did. No, I like Godspell. Hunter Parrish was in that.
Yeah, I saw it at the end of its run, so it was Corbin Blue.
Oh, yeah. I forgot.
But
Corbin
it was the last
replacement.
performance.
Oh, no, you're so close.
So I met Steven that night.
Mm-hmm.
Barely. I was just like, it just kind of happened. So we were more introducing him to our friend who writes musicals, who also doesn't put them anywhere. My sister's best friend. So they talked more than anything, and it was just kind of like a hi-bye situation for me and Megan. And yeah, Hunter was there too. And they did like a whole like thing after being like, oh, this is such a great production.
I really liked that production, so they're not wrong.
Yeah. Crazy Eyes from Orange is the New Black too.
Yeah.
I can't remember her name right now.
It
She was in it as well.
You reminded me, I had told this story on the podcast, but I met Alan Menken. So at the time with the Fifth Avenue Apple store, they were doing a chat with Alan Menken. It was just on their schedule, and I was like, there?
Right.
And, so I was in, like, second row while he was talking about how he was making Newsies at the time for the stage.
Right.
And he had shown off, how Apple creative products have allowed him to, do these things.
Yeah.
And he's not wrong. I mean, they are, for creatives, the go-to for that kind of stuff, still. But I got to hear some of the music before it was completed and everything. And after, I just pulled him aside for a second. I was like, hey, I love you. Like, you do understand. I know that you understand what you've done for queer people, what you and Howard did.
Yeah.
And he was very sweet to very young me because I was, that age, essentially.
It's just so small.
Yeah, first time in New York. I was young, but he was so wonderful to me. And
so that was like what, like 2010?
Yeah.
When that musical came out.
And I had such a good time. He was so wonderful to me too.
Oh yeah, he seems like the sweetest person.
But yeah, that's my one brush with. That's not true. That's not even true. Like Michael R. Jackson and I have been in the same room like a dozen times now.
Yeah.
We'd like you to come visit so we can take you to see shows.
I know, I want to so bad. I've been trying to convince somebody to go with me. It should be me and Alex, honestly.
And then we'll just
me and Alex
keep Alex forever.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't know what happened.
Kidnap them for us.
I didn't want to leave when I went.
Yeah,
I loved New York.
First time I ever visited, I went, oh, I'll be back.
Yeah. Yeah, I cried. Oh my God. I was like, no. Because it's such a different energy.
No, there's nothing quite like New York City, and that's...
Yeah.
An episode about that. There might be an episode about New York City.
This really has been a great season.
I agree. We have one more episode to do before we take a short break and are back for season 2.
It's going to be even bigger, gayer, and contain more than a few surprises. But before that, we will see you next week for episode 111.
We are going to send you on your way with one last song, cut from the John Waters episode due to recording logistics.
It features the elusive Chanteuse, our frequent collaborator, Carlee.
Enjoy this cut track, Huns.
Don't contradict me! Don't disobey me!
Don't even think about going to that audition!
Please!
No!
Mother!
Stop telling me what to do.
Don't
treat me like a child of two.
I know that you want what's best.
Please!
But mother, please, give it a rest.
Stop! Don't know! Please stop! Don't know! Please stop! Don't know! Please, Mama, I'm a big girl now!
Once upon a time when I was just a kid, you never let me do just what the older kids did. So lose that laundry list of what you won't allow.
'Cause Mama, I'm a big girl now! Tracy!
Once upon a time I used to play with toys, but now I'd rather play around with teenage boys. So if I get a hickey, please don't have a cow.
'Cause Mama, I'm a big girl now!
Ma, I gotta tell you that without a doubt, I get my best dancing lessons from you. You're the one who taught me how to twist and shout, because you shout non-stop and you're so twisted too.
Once I used to fidget cause I just sat home.
But now I'm just like Gidget and I gotta get to roam.
So say arrivederci.
Toodaloo.
And ciao.
'Cause Mama, I'm a big girl now!
Oh,
Stop! Don't know! Please stop! Don't know! Please stop! Don't know! Please, Mama, I'm a big girl now!
Once upon a time I was a shy young thing, could barely walk and talk so much as dance and sing. But let me hit the stage, I wanna take my bow.
'Cause Mama, I'm a big girl now!
Once upon a time I used to dress up again, but now that I'm a woman I like bigger men. And I don't need a Barbie doll to show me how.
'Cause Mama, I'm a big girl now! Ma, you always taught me what was right from wrong, and now I just wanna give it a try. Mama, I've been in the nest for far too long, so please give a push and Mama, watch me fly.
Watch me fly.
Someday I will meet a man you won't condemn.
And we will have some kids and you can torture
Let
them.
me be a star before I take that vow.
'Cause Mama, I'm a big girl now! Mama, I'm a big girl now!
Hey, 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 mama, I'm a big girl. Ooh, such a big, big girl.
Stop! Don't know! Please stop! Don't know! Please stop! Don't know! Please, Mama, I'm a big girl now!
Here they come, Robin and Aran. Here they come, Aran and Robin.
Dearest Aran and Robin, I hope this message finds you. What a great first season of the podcast this was. Only 2 questions come to mind as I listen to the new episodes each week. First, why the fuck did you take my episode off Spotify? And secondly, why the fuck haven't you invited me back? My episode literally has the most listens. Mostly because I'm just better, and you threw all of those away for what? For what? Okay, now I know why you guys like that segment so much. Anyway, I'm crashing out, so whatever happens from here on out is on you. Y'all know I'm a world-class hater, so you brought this on yourselves. If I'm not in the season 2 premiere, I'm burning this shit down.